Hello everybody and welcome back to Born Losers Reading.
Yeah, welcome back to kind of a special episode of Hollow Knight. I'm not going to number this part because this is not a real part of the Let's Play. Yeah, but I did want to do something that people have asked us to do for essentially the entire Let's Play. We have read bits and pieces of the Hunter's Journal, but we have never combed through everything.
The whole book.
So this part is for those of you who truly, genuinely want to hear our thoughts on things, as we're going to read through every single update to the journal that we have, and then we'll read the last three as we get them, I assume.
Yeah.
And I know who one of them is. One of them is, you know, those just stupid little big-headed freaks that I don't want to kill. So
be nice.
Technically, there's only two left.
They're chumby.
All right, let's start with the Crawlid, a timid scavenger that crawls through the caverns looking for food.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. Vengefly, flying predator that pursues its prey and relentlessly. This fierce little hunter will bravely chase down creatures many times its size. Admirable. It is weak though, and I have devoured hundreds of them with little effort or care. I like the respect that goes into that, right?
Yeah,
like, I respect what you're doing, but, you know. Vengefly King, patriarch of a Vengefly colony, swoops at intruders and cries out for reinforcements if threatened. A filthy creature that is happy to chew on any old thing it finds discarded on the cavern floor. When it notices a threat, it will annoyingly scream and shriek, so kill it swiftly. I like the hunter's personality. Gruzzer, simple-minded creature that haphazardly buzzes around, bumping into things. They only seem dimly aware of their surroundings, making them easy prey to cut your fangs on. What is it that guides them on their paths? It almost seems like they search for ways to die.
Oh. Dark?
Yeah, really.
Gruzz mother.
I hate these.
It's so cute.
Mature Gruther that carries its young in its belly, attacks by hurling its huge body around. Bizarrely, this monster does not lay eggs, but instead carries its young inside of its fat stomach. This strange practice seems to exhaust the creature, making it sleepy and vulnerable. Take advantage. Brutal. Tick-tock. Sorry. Oh. Tick-tick uses its small, sharp claws to climb along walls and roofs. Spends its time tapping its way through the roads and caverns near the surface of this kingdom. If you're patient, you can wait for it to come to you and pick it off. Okay. I'm sure a lot of these early ones aren't going to be all that interesting, but as we go on.
Yeah.
Aspen Hunter bests its prey by spitting corrosive liquid, often hunts in packs.
Juicy.
Yeah, cunning predators that will try to pick you off from a distance. Don't give them any space, just charge in and cut them down. You'll find they're not so cunning once they are dead. Aspen Mother carries the eggs of its young inside its belly, can hatch and birth its young as needed to deal with intruders. Christ. Shamelessly uses its young as a weapon against its foes. Appalling, yes, but I do admire its resourcefulness. Good hunters do not always make good parents.
That's a solid point.
Oh, funny. Aspen hatchling. Recently birthed, these young aspen instinctively swarm around intruders. These hatchlings are born with an instinct to kill. They are still only infants, though, and you can crush them between your fangs without thinking. Just don't let them overwhelm you with numbers.
Creepy.
Oh, I love these.
Oh, weirdos.
Thickly armored, it bursts from the ground to seize prey in its fangs. These brutes seem to be impervious to most damage, so you can sharpen your weapons on their thick hide or just slash away at them for your own amusement. They barely seem to notice. And then we get into the actual people. The wandering husk, the remains of a bug, animated by a strange force, wanders the roads where it once lived. Oh. These civilized bugs of Hallownest were weak in life, and now they are equally weak in death. Send them back into the dirt they were born in.
Oh.
Husk Hornhead, the remains of a bug, animated by a strange force, uses its horn to attack any uninfected creature it finds. That's interesting. Uses horn to attack any uninfected.
Yeah.
These bugs have an arrogant air about them, even after dying, overly proud of their long horns. I enjoy snapping them off.
Oh.
It's a little husk hornhead. Okay. Leaping Husk. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force. It will instinctively leap at unaffected creatures to attack them. The bugs of old Hallownest did not hunt their own food. They had it brought to them. That's why they are so weak. That's why their kingdom crumbled into dust and faded away. Husk Belly. Husk Bully. The bug animated by a strange force. It aggressively attacks any unaffected creature it finds. A thick orange mist fills these walking corpses. It has a sweet, sickly taste to it. I find it foul. After you kill these creatures, I suggest you do not eat them.
Interesting.
An actual warrior. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force wields a nail and shell. Softened by generations of luxury, these bugs lack claws or armor or venom. Those who wish to protect themselves are forced to fashion weapons from stone, ore, or shell. There we got the big one. Look at you.
Big boy.
The remains of a great Hallownest crossguard animated by a strange force instinct still drives it to guard its post of against intruders. I like that a lot of these actually still have the black eye, not, without the orange.
Yeah.
Interesting which do have orange and which don't.
The stronger ones.
Yeah. Larger and stronger than their brothers, these bugs are still forced to steal their weapons from the remains of other creatures. They do not roam or hunt, forever standing guard and lashing out at anything that wanders near. And this thing.
Terrifying.
Christ. Mummified remains, deformed and enraged by infection. Inside these shambling corpses is a bright light that pierces any darkness. I peered inside that light once and saw something within it shining back. Something terrible.
Oh, I hate that.
That's
so
really interesting.
I do wonder if the husks were corpses pre-light. Like they were already dead.
Yeah, but then brought back? That'd be nutso, right?
Like zombies.
Yeah. False Knight, a maggot driven mad by a strange force. So maybe it was driven mad.
Maybe.
I swore that implied that it wasn't, but I might be wrong. It still bursts orange, I think, when you kill it. So
yeah.
Inhabits a stolen armored shell. Weak creatures love to steal the strength of others. Their lives are brief and fearful, and they yearn to have the power to dominate those who have dominated them.
Dang, okay.
Life seed, very interesting. Small scuttling seed filled with lifeblood, which can be extracted and consumed for its healthful properties. That's nice.
Good.
The bright liquid inside of these little fellows is delicious, and drinking it will make you feel stronger. I wonder how my own innards taste. Would it be a heinous thing to try and drink some?
Yes.
Yes.
Unless you're like Bear Grylls and you have to drink your own pee.
Okay.
It happens.
Balder rolls into a ball and propels itself at intruders who wander into its territory, aggressive even when newly born. Younger hunters delight in catching these creatures and rolling them around for sport. I encourage you to indulge yourself if the fancy strikes you.
Cute.
Elder Balder. Bulky and covered in thick plating, retracts into itself when attacked. As they age, these creatures become too heavy and lumpy to roll around freely. Instead, they curl up and hide from the world. What do they think of in there? Wrapped up inside of themselves. More carefree times, perhaps. I remember reading that one. Moss creep. Weakling that covers itself in leaves appear larger. Hides amongst the undergrowth. I used to think these things were merely ambling plants. When I learned they were actually living creatures, I began to kill them on sight. This is the nature of the hunt.
That's...
Alright, cool, whatever. You do you, man. Moss fly, winged weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth, fleeing if predators draw near. They spend their whole lives hiding or fleeing. How sad. Or perhaps that is the life they chose for themselves and they enjoy it. It's a strange thought, but not impossible.
I like the kind of introspection at the end there.
Yeah, I like that. A lot of these kind of seem to have that. Moskin. Plant-like bug that charges at foes when close. They can be hard to spot amongst the foliage until you get too close and they suddenly come charging at you. Tread carefully. Volatile Moskin.
Ooh, gooey.
Yeah, I know. Plant-like bugs swollen with infection releases deadly gas when threatened. The gas that seeps from their growth smells invitingly sweet, but it will burn through shell and flesh if you get too close. Fool eater. Carnivorous plant that snaps at any creature that comes close. You really would have to be a fool to be tricked by a plant. Squid. Treasures at prey with this needle-like proboscis. When they lunge at you, don't panic. Stand your ground and strike back as they come close. Obel. Fat, slow-flying bug frequently discharges the acidic liquid stored in its round body. Does it realize what a nuisance it is, drifting around, spilling its noxious juices everywhere it goes? If you see any, make sure to kill it. Golka. Oh, that's like you ping pong.
That's a good name.
Aggressive plant life that retracts protectively when danger is near. Spits hard, spiky balls when foes are at a distance. Its leaves are dry and bland. The bud is unpleasantly sour, but oh, the venom in those balls it spits, exquisite. If you have the time to spare, try drinking some and enjoy the effects. Whoa, you tell me to get high?
Okay.
Interesting. You're a freaking weeder, man. Mask fly. Harmless flying creature that favors serene environments. Usually travels in flocks. They all keep lookout for danger, and when one flies away, the rest do as well. I wonder how it feels to have the protection of a pact.
Sad.
Yeah, not that you would know, I suppose.
I mean, they've repeatedly referenced, like, thinking about having children, deciding against it. Little kids like to play with these as a toy. I'm alone.
I'm very alone. I'm such a nice guy, too. Moss chart. Timid creature that frightens away intruders by covering itself in huge clumps of moss. It's small, but it finds a lot of courage and strength once it covers itself in foliage. And I can understand the desire to camouflage oneself. Yeah, we haven't even seen what it looks like. What if they're tiny?
I think they are. You smack the grass off of them and they become small.
No. The hunter.
Oh, true.
Huh. Massive moss charger. Family of creatures that have learned to bulk up with moss and live as one. There are strength in numbers, yes, but these creatures never had much strength to begin with. Cut through their trickery. This thing, the Moss Knight.
Yeah.
Protector of the green path, trained in the ways of the nail and shell. We don't have a shell. Be kind of cool if we did.
Yeah.
I guess we can get one as a charm, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They hide as bush-like mounds and look soft, but beware these warriors. They are relentless in combat, fiercely guarding something hidden deep in the green path. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
Mossy Vagabond. Lazy, portly mosskin, easily swayed by others. Slow, fat, and easily vanquished. Common threads in those who forget their calling and forsake their duties.
But they're cute.
Yeah, they are cute. Durunda. Simple flying creature protected by a spiky shell. Thinks itself fully protected and so is unconcerned by passers-by. Attack its face and teach it that nothing is ever safe. Damn!
Stab in the eyes!
This is the thing that we saw.
Yeah.
Over by Aluba. Passive glider that prefers to dwell near acid waters. How weird. What careless a life led drifting above us all. If one ever comes too close to the ground, though.
Yep.
Yeah, these things. Charge Lumafly. When threatened, they cluster together, generating electricity. They usually drift about peacefully, but sometimes they cluster together and spit out a sharp, crackling flash that will stun and burn even large beasts like myself. Watch closely for an opening and move past them quickly.
Interesting.
Uoma.
Uoma.
Smallest jelly form. Passive and unaware, but pulsing with a dangerous electric charge. The spirit of a dead ancestor, the brain of a larger creature allowed to drift free. An egg searching for a safe place to spawn. I have no idea what this is. I mean, it seemed like these electric things were in some way born from the teacher.
Yeah, kinda. Like experimented upon.
Yeah, interesting.
Uma.
Passive outer being, protecting an aggressive explosive core. Ghastly, eerie creature made out of thick liquid. You can peer right through them and can't see where they keep their thoughts. I don't trust them at all. Keep away. Like, damn, the thing that scares the hunter. It's so cool.
Umu.
I love Umu. Intelligent being that guards the inner chamber of the teacher's archives. The canyon below us. The one thick with fog and crackling with strange energy. A hunter can lose their senses down there. Be careful. Strange and unnatural things lurk there.
Interesting.
Man, I haven't put like almost any thought into the teacher's area, and I wish I had.
Yeah.
Ambloom. Simple-minded crawling fungus. Its cap is covered in a layer of hardened spikes. Lie on your belly, open your maw, and let this tasty morsel stroll straight into your stomach. I like that. Fungling. Passive fungal balloon. Internal gases cause it to float. Just a child, it drifts about with closed eyes and an open mind. When I was young, my brothers and sisters and I would hunt each other in the nest. Now I hunt alone.
Oh, more sad.
Yeah.
Guy's a sad sack.
Fully grown fungal balloon spits built-up internal gas at aggressors. So round! I don't think I've seen a rounder creature than this. This world certainly hides some marvelous creatures. I must hunt them all down. Sporg! Detects nearby movement and fires out explosive spores that drift towards their target. If you're skillful, you can lead the spores back to them and watch them perish in a destruction of their own making. There is a lesson in that, I think. Ooh, the fungified husk. The remains of a bug consumed by a fungus frequently releases clouds of thick, deadly gas. The bugs of Hallownest are so pathetic that being infected by poisonous fungi actually increases their chances of survival. They really are absurd creatures. Damn. I don't think I really noticed that, really.
Interesting.
Shroomaling. Young fungal creature spends most of its time in the ground but can uproot and flee if it senses danger. Looks like an ordinary mushroom until you get close, then it pops out of the ground and starts scurrying around blindly. Very, very amusing.
Cute.
Doing the colon D face. Yeah.
It is.
Mantis Warrior, fungal creature that attacks intruders to protect its young. Something queer in the air has caused these mushrooms to grow hearts, minds, and even faces. This means they now fear for their lives like all other living creatures. Huh.
So I guess the pale lady kind of brought life to everything around, you figure?
Let's go on the map. Fungal wastes are very close to the Queen's Gardens and the Fog Canyon. They're all right next to each other. I wonder if it is that, if it is the Queen's Garden.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's very cool. Shrill Ogre. Huge fungal creatures attacks by spitting corrosive venom and slamming its body into foes. Are these hulking things beasts, or are they mushrooms? I cut one in half and peered inside to find out, but could find no answers in its soft, stinking insides.
I see. That's weird, man.
It kinda is, isn't it? Member of a proud tribe, the Mantis Youth. Member of a proud tribe, fiercely protective of its territory, launches stinging attacks with its needle-sharp abdomen. As it grows, it loses the ability to fly. Passage into adulthood is often celebrated, but as time goes by, we realize what we have lost.
Huh.
Mantis Warrior, member of a proud tribe, fiercely protective of its territory, launches savage attacks with bladed forelimbs. If you venture too deep into the fungal forest, these warriors will stand in your way. What is it they guard deep at the bottom of their territory?
Very cool.
And the Mantis Lords.
Hell yeah.
Leaders of the Mantis tribe and its finest warriors, they bear thin nailed lances and attack with blinding speed. The Mantis tribe and the bugs of old Hallownest had no love for each other. The Mantises outlived their rivals, though, and their civilization still stands.
Damn.
Very cool.
True.
The Husk Sentry. Animated remains of a Hallownest sentry. Still remains some memory of its former task. More skilled to combat than most bugs of Hallownest, they are nimble but lightly armored. Keep the pressure on them. I like that we're starting to respect them a little more now as we get into the actual City of Tears.
Yeah, we actually
bugs.
care about these bugs.
Heavy Sentry. Animated remains of a large Hallownest sentry. One of few in Hallownest strong enough to wield a great nail. Surprisingly quick-witted for a corpse, it will try to catch you if you leap over it and can chase you if you flee. Enjoyable to hunt, but beware of them in packs.
Feels bad to hear them called corpses.
I know. I mean, they're dead.
Right,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like this, like brings. I get like somewhere between brings them back, wins them over. Or, still a lot to it, right?
Yeah.
Winged Sentry, flying sentry of Hallownest, patrols the heights of the vast cavern in which the city was built. Dances through the air just out of reach until it spots an opening, then swoops in for a decisive strike. If you're confident, wait for it to come to you, then counterattack. Lance Sentry, winged sentry of Hallownest, equipped with a nail lance. I hate these guys. Charges at threats or throws its lance from a distance. I think I one-shot them now, though, which is kind of hype.
They are annoying.
This devious foe will often keep its distance and try to pick you off with its thrown weapons. When it charges at you, leap up and strike it down. Mistake. Me. Hi, that's actually me. Once a highly intelligent bug deformed by the misuse of soul. These fools meddled with the soul of other creatures and lost their shape. Now they skulk through the shadows of their sanctum like slugs, hoping their old brothers will build them new bodies. I remember reading that one. Messed up.
Oh, that's messed up.
A folly. Once a highly intelligent bug inflated by misuse of soul. I've heard whispers that the secret these fools were searching for was immortality, to live forever. I've never heard of anything so obscene.
Wow.
Soul Twister, highly intelligent bug that uses arcane knowledge to twist soul into vicious spells. I do that. Hello. I've heard others talk about soul, but I do not understand what it actually is. I do know that freshly killed meat tastes best. Is that because of the soul still clings to it?
Oh,
wow. I think I added a word there. That's fine. Soul Warrior. Learned bug wielding a refined pin blade enhances its combat prowess with Harvest's soul. Where these strange warriors go, whispers follow them. Not only are they skilled with the nail, they can also use some strange power to shift suddenly from place to place. Stay on guard.
wow.
This buddy. Soul Master, head of the Soul Sanctum, hoarded soul hoping to stave off Hallownest's affliction, but eventually became intoxicated by its power. The bugs of Hallownest tried all kinds of tricks and rituals and prayers to rid themselves of the infection, but to no avail. Perhaps the infection came from somewhere deep inside of them that they could not escape, which, that's the dreams.
Wow.
From what we can tell, right?
Yeah.
Husk Dandy, former member of Hallownest's High Society, limited offensive ability. It seems the weakest, greediest members of Hallownest were also the ones who exerted the most influence. Truly a kingdom that was always destined for ruin.
Unfortunate.
That's commentary, baby. Cowardly Husk, former member of Hallownest's High Society, although made aggressive by the force inside, old instincts still occasionally compel it to run from danger. The fearful, cowardly nature of these Hallownest bugs persists even after death. It almost feels shameful to chase and cut them down.
Jeez.
Gluttonous Husk. Oh, we're almost getting to my favorite. Former member of Hallownest High Society uses its corpulent body as a weapon. Oh, yeah, these are the ones that throw your fat ass at you.
Yeah.
As these bugs become wealthier, they hunted less and consumed more, eventually taking on a grotesque shape not unlike overripe fruit.
Oh,
Me.
yum.
Me. Gorgeous Husk. My favorite. Corpulent Husk encrusted with a shining metal retains the instinct to hoard geo.
Oh.
There is beauty in many things, reflections of light and water, the taste of freshly killed meat, the cry of a hatchling for its mother. I have never understood the lust for metals and stones, though.
I like
sense?
that one. I think we read that one before, and it feels very personable.
It does. I think it lets you in on a little more of the hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Great Husk Sentry. Animated remains of a great sentry, the most elite of the city's guards, wields a great nail and shell. Its powerful attacks cause heavy damage. An extremely rare thing. A bug of Hallownest that actually poses a threat. Watch them carefully as they can lash out quickly with devastating strikes. These are probably my favorite enemies in the game.
I love them.
To fight. Very similar in the way that, like, when you fight an Iron Knuckle in Ocarina of Time or something, and the idea that, like, they really react to you fighting them. It's a very, very fun fight.
Yeah.
Do you think the hunter doesn't care about money because he can just kill anything he wants and then, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know that's not what's the takeaway, but I like to imagine it is.
Maybe so.
Watcher Knight. Discarded shell of a Watcher Knight reanimated by a swarm of infected flies. When these silent warriors fall in battle, their bodies split open and strange bugs come flying out. I wonder, what will come flying out of me when I die? Blood. Will my hopes and fears drift away into the darkness? No, you will bleed.
Stop that.
The Collector. It's funny.
A fun little friend.
Dark figure locked inside the Tower of Love. Preserves Hallownest creatures in glass jars with particular attention given to grubs. A shadow that sometimes flits through the caverns, making strange noises to itself. I've never seen it clearly, so I have no idea what type of creature it is. I mean, this seems like some sort of void creature.
Yeah.
In some way related to us, probably, especially the fact that, similar to when we fight our siblings, we don't get soul. When we fight this thing, we don't get soul. So,
yeah,
in some way, it has to be related to us. Just something.
Doesn't have a vessel, though.
An older one, too, presumably because...
Big?
It's big, similar to Hollow Knight. Now, it's a question of whether or not Hollow Knight grew big because of time or because of the infection, but hard to say.
It did say they were fully grown.
Yeah. Bellfly. Then wings hide a highly volatile belly will give its own life to protect its territory. An angry creature with no regard for its own life. A creature without fear. Can it truly be called prey? True. Pill flip. Odd creature that adapts to changing situations by flipping over and using the limbs on the other side of its body. Adaptability is an important survival skill. If a problem seems insurmountable, try approaching it from a different angle. Okay. Horp. Tiny and placid, but swells to enormous size when threatened. Extremely amusing creature.
I like this one.
I do too. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Give it a sound. Thank you. Blugsec. Placid but putrid creature holds rancid eggs within its gut. This is a creature?
Oh.
Easily tracked down if you have a sense of smell. I strongly suggest you do not eat its eggs.
Ew.
We've seen that a few times. Tongue Defender. We got to go back and visit him, actually.
Yeah.
Skilled combatant living at the heart of the waterways. Assails intruders with balls of compacted dung. Fighting for honor or for loyalty, you may as well be fighting for dust. If you want to kill, do it for your own sake. That is the nature of a true hunter.
I still don't like that their eyes are like yellow. Like a hair off from orange.
I mean, you may be right. I like to color pick that, I feel like. Fluke. Well, youngest of its species, its body is composed of teeth, wings, and stomach. Disgusting. Seems to want to latch onto any living thing that comes by with its sharp little teeth. It will leave its cousins alone, though, so it isn't completely mindless. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to try and get farther away from our dad, so I quit hearing his ramblings. Flukemon, a worm-like creature that prefers damp, dark habits. Also, I know it's not our actual dad. I just like calling him our dad. My bad.
That's our dad.
Oh, God. Dangerous upper... It's our dad, and he's flirting with our old girlfriend. That's messed up, man.
That is messed up. Granted, our girlfriend's not that interested, and also was never our girlfriend. Yeah. She was just obsessed with us.
Okay, listen.
It's kind of like, what's that song?
I don't know.
Stacy's mom.
Oh, you're right. Dangerous, unpredictable foes that infest the pipes below Hallownest capital, even when it seems you've killed them. You need to stay on guard. I hate these things. I hate these things too. Fluke munga, aged fluke, grown fat on the rich refuse found in the pipes below the capital. When predators are too successful, the surplus food they eat becomes soft bulk wrapped around their bodies. These creatures at least seem to make good use of their additional weight.
There's a weird messed up boob.
God, you're actually right.
I hate it.
Oh, this thing. An insatiable breeder has populated the waterways with its kind. Its insides double as a nest for young flukefees. It's a fluke marm. The desire to breed, to leave behind a memory of ourselves in the shape of a child, it seems to be etched deep into the heart of every living creature. I too have felt the pull of that base instinct.
That does feel a little more reassuring for the caterpillars.
You're actually kind of right. This is such an interesting boss. I think we beat it on our second try, but when I've come back and fought this on other files to try and get a second file right, I have had nothing but trouble with thing. I swear to God, it's just unpredictable. It's a weird one. I can either do first try or 10th try.
Yeah, it's a weird gross hole.
Shardmite. Oh, they love the crystal area. Feeds on crystal dust and uses crystallized spines to protect itself from danger. I don't find this creature particularly notable or interesting. It should learn to fly or breathe flames or sing hauntingly. Anything to justify its existence. Glimbeck. Slow, hardy creature. The crystals that grow on its back provide extra protection from foes above. Large and well protected, but slow and docile. The bugs of Hallowness use to force these creatures to carry around their carts and machines.
Those are cute. They look like they'd be tasty.
Okay. Crystal Hunter fires shards of fast-growing crystal at intruders. Make their homes all the way up at the top of the world. Do they use the crystals willingly as weapons, or are they merely hosts and the crystals parasites? That's kind of what it feels like, right?
Yeah, it's a good question.
All these things, the crystals are some sort of parasite. But also, like, I think it said that the crystals are supposed to, like, reflect the light in some way.
Or something.
Very interesting. Crystal Crawler discharges searing beams of light from the crystal on its back as it crawls around, seemingly unaware. These creatures look weak, but sometimes burning pillars of heat will burst out from the crystals they carry on their backs. Be wary and time your strikes well. Husk Miner. Funny enough, our strikes can't hurt these. We have to use our soul. So funny enough, the hunter can just kind of like...
smack it.
Yeah. Husk Miner. Remains of a bug drawn to the crystal peak for its precious crystal. Its claw pick now doubles as a fierce weapon. The bugs of Hallowness lusted after the strangest things in life. They would dig furtively through the dirt for stone, or in particular the crystals that grow at the top of the world. Crystallized Husk. Remains of a bug who died amongst the crystals, animated by a strange force. It attacks by firing beams of light from its crystallized arms. There is some strange power hidden in the crystals that grow up there in the peaks. They gleam and glow in the darkness, a bright point of searing heat in each one. They sing too, if you listen very softly.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that because Milo sings.
I don't like that.
All right.
Crystal Guardian, heavyset miner of the crystal peak, overcome by crystal growth, can discharge blazing beams of light from its crystallized limbs. How does the world look to this creature, gazing out from within its crystal prison? Does it only see light? Is that what drives it into a frenzy?
Jeez.
This is definitely the most orange of all. You know, these are like little, like tiny orange. That's some orange eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, we're getting to the freaking...
the infected ones.
Yeah, the real infected ones.
Pussy.
Yeah. Furious Vengefly. They're all seriously infected. Whatever. Vengefly, whose body has been distorted by continued infection. Highly aggressive. The infection that passes from creature to creature grants strength and courage, but it also seems to enslave the will. Would you make such a bargain? Nah. Volatile Gruzzer. Gruzzer swollen with infection and primed to burst. Horrible goo and noxious gas has started leaking down from above. Is there a source of all this pestilence? If so, I haven't seen it. Interesting. Violent Husk. Maddened by massive infection, charges at enemies with no thought for its own preservation. The bugs of Hallowness were twisted out of shape by that ancient sickness. Ancient sickness. Okay. Yeah. First they fell into deep slumber, then they awoke with broken minds, and then their bodies started to deform. That's actually, whoa. First they fell into deep slumber. Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Slobbering Husk. The body of a bug completely consumed by infection spits corrosive liquid. The infection that swept through Hallowness so long ago. Wow. I wonder how long it really was. They say that the harder you struggled against it, the more it consumed you. Damn. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Dirt Carver. Oh, we're getting to this stuff in the dark or deepness. Awesome.
Yeah.
Swarm of Predator of Deepness burrows through the ground and bursts out to surprise prey. Springy and vicious, these hunters will try to overwhelm you with numbers in the dark, tight, twisting caverns they carve through the ground. Always be on your guard.
Creepy.
Yeah. Carver Hatcher, flying creature that fires out dirt carvers from its body when potential prey comes close. Are these creatures the mothers of the dirt carvers? They appear only loosely related, but then how did the dirt carvers get inside of the hatchers? A confusing situation. Ugh. Yeah. Corpse Creeper, parasitic beast that controls the body of its host after the host's death. Ugh.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, wow. So it's actually a thing inside of the bugs. It's not just a bug itself. The beasts of this land have found plenty of ingenious hiding places, but none so clever as the body of another creature. If you happen on such a beast, rejoice! You've hunted two creatures at once. You're so messed up, dude.
You're weird.
Deepling, infant of the Deepness, scuttles about in the darkness, learning the layout of its home. The Deepness is a dangerous place to hunt, but rewarding. Keep an eye out for weaker creatures you can pick off and eat. Keep your strength up in the darkness. Deep Hunter. Crawls along walls and roofs, spitting burning venom at anything that passes by. They can be hard to spot as they flitter in and out of the darkness. Watch for their glowing eyes.
Fun.
Little Weaver. Nimble spider that traverses its domain on thin strands of web, often waits in ambush. They can appear from the darkness at any moment. They seem to fly through the air, dancing on invisible strings as they silently stalk prey.
Ooh.
Ooh, these big things. Not many of these small creatures have actually killed me in this game. This is one of them.
Stalking devout have them.
Yeah. Stalking devout, worshippers of Hera the Beast, shield themselves with hard-plated foreclaws, then lash out suddenly to cut down prey. Very similar to the midwife, actually.
Yeah.
Powerful, well-armored, and fast. These are no mere beasts. Study their movements and watch carefully for an opening. Nosk. Mimics the shape. 2 things in a row that killed me. That's kind of fun. Also, probably the only time it's going to happen on this list. Mimics the shape of other creatures to lure prey to its lair. In the deepest darkness, there are beasts who wear faces stolen from your memories and pluck at the strings in your heart. Know yourself, stay strong, and
terrifying.
Stay strong.
It would have been interesting if the Nosk had Hollow Knight's horns instead of ours.
You mean the Hollow Knights? Yeah, I mean, but we don't know if we actually remembered that until we saw it when we dream nailed the egg.
That's true,
thingy.
but it would have been a fun little detail to find out later.
It would have been, actually. That would have been cool. Shadow Creeper, found only in deep, dark places, has never been observed to eat or drink anything.
Oh.
Now we're in the Abyss, or the Forgotten Kingdom, whatever it's called. This little creeper is weak and poses no threat, but something about it still unsettles me. The way it moves and the noises it makes are strange somehow. What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? The Ancient Basin. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Basin.
Whatever. The Lesser Moloch attacks by spitting acid and slashing with foreclaws. If you try to keep your distance, it will spit sticky, burning globs of vile stomach juice. Move in quickly and strike decisively.
Same.
Moloch, large, immobile creature, wildly spits venom when intruders pass by. How did this foolish creature lose its legs? I suppose it's possible to lose anything if you really try. Broody Moloch, the first thing that killed me in the game. Very fun. Ferocious but extremely social creature, becomes aggressive if not able to mingle with its own kind. I hear this beast crying out sometimes as I prowl the caverns, although I've never actually laid eyes on it. Who or what is it calling for? As far as I can tell, its voice is never answered.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in the background this one, I think there's a bunch of its friends in the background.
Yeah, but, it's surrounded by dead.
Yeah, but it's very far away from the actual home of these.
Yeah.
Very cool. Lightseed. A single-celled organism completely infected scurries about simple-mindedly. It's a big-ass cell.
It is.
Strange air has been seeping down from above for years. Some of the air became liquid, and some of that liquid became flesh, and some of that flesh came to life. I don't know what to make of it. I don't either. That's crazy.
Weird.
Infected balloon. Single cell of infection, even bigger. Has a simple mind and can float using internal gases. The infection creeping through the kingdom's dead veins. Does it have a mind? Does it produce soul? Is it truly alive?
Huh, these are getting into some... Yeah. Oh, no.
Broken vessel, shattered corpse, reanimated by infected parasites. The shape of this creature, I've seen something like it before, more than once perhaps. It looks a little like the bugs of Hallownest, but not quite the same. Where did these creepy little wanderers come from?
Empty. Yeah, don't be mean.
This one didn't kill me, but the dream one did, so...
Yeah, it says empty little wanderers. I think this is kind of interesting because... The hunter says that they've seen him before, but doesn't say, it looks like you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
You'd think that would be a statement to make.
It might be, yeah. We don't know how old this, how these journals are being written.
I guess that's true.
Bootfly, large docile creature that peacefully buzzes around the caverns of Kingdom's Edge. Too slow to escape you and too large to hide from you. This prey will not challenge you, but sometimes it is good to take things easy. Primal Aspid, wilder ancestral form of the Aspid. Once thought extinct, they have reappeared at the edges of the world. These cruel foes will ambush you, and relentlessly attack with their searing venom. How strange that their descendants are so weak. If I have children, I hope they will be stronger than me.
Do you think that we are just reading passages that are already written then?
Yeah, maybe.
So, I mean, we haven't gone back
Edge.
to the hunters, so it makes sense if these are just old passages that we don't read until we've killed a certain amount.
Yeah, maybe. I could definitely be the case. Hopper leaps at prey and uses his sharp proboscis to drain vital fluids. This hopping thief's belly is full of the blood it has stolen from other beasts. If you hold it above a fire, the belly will grow and grow until it explodes in a steaming shower of fluids. Disgusting.
Yeah, gross.
Great Hopper leaps around the edge of the world, trying to crush prey beneath its body. A worthy foe, surprisingly nimble for its size. Either keep your distance or try to dance between its hops and strike at its legs. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Grub Mimic assumes the shape of a harmless creature to lure prey, luring an enemy close by pretending to be a weak little grub. Very cunning. Unfortunately for them, I eat these grubs as soon as I see them.
Oh, so
Wow.
do their dad, so it's fine.
Jesus. You're right. Hiveling, smallest of the hive's inhabitants, carries out simple tasks. Weak but hardworking and numerous. Their hairy little bodies are filled with a thick, sweet golden liquid. Good to keep a few on you for long hunts. Hive Soldier defends the hive against intruders with its extendable stinger. Savage and dedicated warriors, be prepared to fight them to the death if you plan on invading their home.
Okay.
Hive Guardian, the big-ass thing, protects the hive by hurling its huge body at intruders. Like their smaller kin, their only instinct is to protect the hive at any cost to themselves. Somewhat clumsy, they'll often damage the structure of the hive when charging at intruders. Does this cause them shame? I do not know whether they have the capacity for such a thing. Interesting.
Interesting that none of them are infected.
I think while they're not infected when you kill them, orange does bust out of them, right?
Interesting.
So while their eyes, they're not infected enough to show up in the eyes, I think.
But his description doesn't even say they're possessed or the corpses or anything.
It's hard to say. This one, on the other hand.
This one is.
Husk Hive, cowardly husk, its body colonized by hivelings. Did the hivelings build their nest around the sorry bug, or did the bug squeeze its body into their nest? Either way, they seem happy enough together.
Okay.
Yeah. Hive Knight, I don't know if you've read this one. Loyal protector of the hive's queen. Flightless, but ferocious in battle. Some creatures are born with duties and loyalties marked indelibly upon their minds. They are strong, but they are also slaves.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's sad.
Hey, now we're in Greenland? No, Queen's Garden.
Yeah.
Spiny husk, overgrown with vegetation. It attacks by firing sharp spines from its body. The spines they fire seem to be mildly poisonous. Don't use them to clean between your fangs after eating. Trust me, I know.
Oh.
Loodle inhabits the wilds beside the Queen's Garden. It's not aggressive in nature, but its wild, bouncing behavior can be dangerous. It seems like their energy is limitless. Do they ever stop to sleep or eat or love?
Oh.
Well, I love their name, so.
Okay, yeah, Loodle.
Mantis Petra. Lurks amongst foliage and attacks by flinging wind scythes from a distance. They will harass you from afar, so get close and strike quickly. Their bodies are brittle and will easily fall to your nail. Mantis Traitor. Once a member of the Mantis tribe, now cast out and driven mad by infection. Belonging to a tribe or not belonging, I don't really understand what the difference is or how it works. I have no tribe of my own. Yeah, we get it. We know.
Yeah,
you're a lonely
sad,
bitch.
you're lonely, you want children.
Traitor Lord. Deposed Lord of the Mantis tribe, embraced the infection and turned against his sisters. I have felt the desire to take the infection into myself, to become stronger, more powerful. These thoughts haunt my dreams during the darkest times. A false hope, but it can burn so brilliantly in one's mind. How interesting.
It is interesting. It's also interesting that the Traitor Lord was significantly weaker than the other traitors, it felt like.
To be fair, we are so beefed up in comparison. I had one nail upgrade when I fought the Mantis Lords, all three of them, and also, which is like 3 behind what I have now. I would say put 3 Traitor Lords in a room together. It might not go that well for me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sharp Balder. Hardened. Oh, now we're in the Colosseum. Sharp Balder, hardened Balder, bred for battle in the Colosseum of Fools, tougher and more aggressive than its wild ancestor. These creatures, I've never seen one fully grown. Suppose they aren't allowed to live long enough to become adults. I would love to see that, actually.
That would be cool.
Armored Squid. Hardened Squid, bred for battle in the Colosseum of Fools, tougher and more aggressive than its wild ancestor. Strong and quick. When they rear back, either move out of the way or prepare to strike back. Battle Obel. Raised in the Colosseum, although trained for combat, its movements and attacks are still haphazard. They have crafted a tiny mask for it. Is such an extravagance practical, I wonder? A Blobble.
A Blobble.
Larger cousin of the Obel. Pairs with a mate for life and will never leave its side. Having a mate by your side, ... One that will never leave you until death. Strange. No mate has ever come forward to say by my side, and I'm such a nice guy.
I'm so lonely. I kill everybody I meet. I'm significantly less cool looking than the Mantis Lords, probably.
I just don't get it. What the hell? What if that thing can get a thing for life? That's funny.
I don't know.
They say shredded fool. Like, I'm shredded! Sorry.
No.
Shielded Fool, warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools, rarely approaches opponents with shell held high. That Colosseum is a strange place where some bugs fight each other to the death and others watch. I don't understand such obscure rituals. If you venture in, stay on guard at all times.
It is weird. It's interesting that this bug doesn't respect the Colosseum.
What do you mean?
Because usually you would think that, oh, fighting and killing a whole bunch of stuff, that should be the hunter's game, but instead they're just like, I don't get it.
I think when they're hand-fed to you, right?
Yeah, they like hunting.
They don't care as much, yeah, but, you know, when you're
going
actually hunting.
into a room.
Yep. Sturdy Fool, warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools, uses crescent-shaped blades to cut down foes. You can hit this warrior spinning weapons out of the air straight back into them, useful if they manage to corner you.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know if I ever did that. I might
Maybe
have.
not.
Winged Fool, warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools, flies just out of an opponent's reach, then darts in for the kill. What do they hope for, these warriors fighting in the Colosseum? Are they slaves or prisoners, or do they freely choose to fight?
We know some choose to fight.
Heavy Fool, also me. Warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools, aggressively charges down foes. Large, bulky, and fighting for its life. Don't underestimate this fighter. It can slither around quickly despite its bulk. It also has a surprisingly beautiful face beneath the mask.
Interesting. But we do know that some of them are fake.
Some of what?
Some of them aren't there willingly, like our dad.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Interesting.
Are you laughing because its name is Death Loodle?
Yeah. Death Loodle. Loodle equipped with a helmet and taught to kill. They seem fierce, but they have a lot of difficulty aiming at their target. Watch their motions and strike when the opportunity comes. Take their helmet with you as a trophy.
Okay.
Funny. Volt Twister. Learned bug that adapted the teaching of the Soul Sanctum into a deadly fighting art. Attacks with bursts of electricity. Supposedly lives on a diet of lumaflies and spends its entire life fighting in the arena or meditating in seclusion. An odd foe. I'm pretty sure when the seer died, they burst into lumaflies.
Maybe.
So are the lumaflies like the deceased versions of whatever the seer's race was?
Maybe?
I don't know. Just an interesting thought.
Oh, God Tamer.
Yeah, God Tamer, veteran warrior of the Colosseum of Fools, fights by the side of creatures she has trained. Some hunters train beasts to join them in chasing down prey. I tried it once but couldn't resist the urge to test my companion's strength against mine.
Oh.
Very cool. Now we're getting to some of the
this
interesting
is the creepy
ones.
one.
Pale Lurker, forgotten champion of the Colosseum, drawn away by strange obsessions. This odd creature is unaffected by and unaware of the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is all its own.
Okay.
How weird. Zout, a self-proclaimed knight of no renown, wields a nail he carved from shellwood named Life Ender. Some rare creatures are so weak, so helpless, and so inept, and so irritating that hunting them gives no pleasure.
Okay, so these have to be written for us, because why would this guy know what Zout is?
Hard to say. Well, so then there's this one, right?
Which is not written by them.
No, it is not. Grey Prince Zout, figment of an obsessed mind, lacks grace but becomes stronger with every defeat. Yeah, we gotta do this at some point.
We do.
My love, any creature who could bear to be away from you, who would willingly leave you behind or say unkind things to you. Pah. Lowly maggots not worthy of standing in your glorious shadow. She felt her cold body grow warm, a sensation she had almost forgotten.
Oh.
The Grey Prince, chapter 112.
That's too much.
Winged Zoutling, figment of an obsessed mind, grudgingly assists its master in combat by lazily flying towards foes. Christ almighty. She asked whether he had bought the charm for her as he promised he would, but then he explained the charm was actually of low quality and not worth the price asked. She understood the wisdom of his decision perfectly.
Oh.
The Great Prince, chapter 136.
So even like mental Zout is cheap and sucks.
That's so funny. I wonder if some of the other because I think he spawns more beings in future fights. I wonder if those are the last ones we need.
Oh,
that'd be really funny.
That'd be very funny.
Yeah.
I want to go do that.
Oh, God. Zero, lingering dream of a fallen warrior executed for crimes against the king.
Oh.
A life defined by tragedy and triumph, a death marred by sorrow and regret. Sorry, don't know where that came from. Ooh. And regret. A spirit burdened by sins and memories. Better to wander the world than be cursed with glory. Zero.
Okay.
See, these are quotes. I already read Gorb's. Gorb! Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, a mysterious life form that claimed to contain all of the world's knowledge inside of its distended brain. I am Gorb.
Gorb.
Thank you. So wise. Elder Who, lingering dream of a fallen warrior, travel the world tending to those affected by the plague. That's cool.
Yeah.
Never forget what once was lost, yet do not let it tie you down. Elder Who.
Huh. I also... Do we have the ghosts from the graveyard in our thing?
No, because there are so many of those.
Yeah.
We just have the ones that we fought.
Got it.
Marmu, lingering dream of a fallen warrior, protector of the Queen's gardens. If you believe in something as hard as you can, with your eyes shut tight, eventually it will come true.
I love Marmu.
Marmu. I do too, actually.
I would like a stuffed Marmu.
Yeah, same. No eyes. Don't want to stop this one. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior disappeared during the plague. They're coming. What's inside of you? Strip it out. No eyes. We had someone comment that apparently a lot of these are backer characters, right?
Right.
From the Kickstarter. And this one had a backstory written by the person who submitted it, right?
Right.
That was so dark. The creators were like, we can't include this.
Oh.
I'd like to read it one day. I think I'd like to read it after the series is done, since it's technically not canon, even if it is a little more backstory to the character itself from the creator. I want to read that one day. But to whoever that is, thank you for pointing that out. And one day we'll read that, because I like that. I like little things like that.
Yeah.
Galleon, lingering dream of a fallen warrior trained in the wilds bordering the kingdom, hoping to become a knight. A knight strives not only to protect the land and its people, but the hopes and dreams of the kingdom. Galleon. Interesting. I like that. Markoth. I've heard a lot of people really don't like fighting this boss.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really get it, but I've heard that people mention this as one of the worst designed bosses. I can kind of see it.
To fight?
Yeah.
Like it's hard?
I don't think it's hard. It's just a little annoying that, I might be wrong. It was just a few people, but I saw multiple people kind of point out, this is just not a good boss.
They're neat.
I liked it. I love the design. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, only member of his forgotten tribe to take up a weapon. Oh,
interesting.
The Seers tribe, maybe?
Oh, yeah, because it's a moth.
And they had the dream shield, which was also by that area.
Nice.
May your efforts lead you somewhere worthy. Markoth. Grimkin Novice. Young and playful member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. Shadows dream of endless fire. Flames devour in ember swoop. One will light the nightmare lantern. Call and serve in Grim's dead troop. The Grim Troop.
Interesting.
Grimkin Master. Powerful and devoted member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. A spark of red light's darkest dream, scarlet nightmares bright and wild. Visions dance and flames to speak. Burn the father, feed the child.
Oh.
The Grim Troop. So that goes more into the idea
Burn the father, feed the child.
Kill Grim and make the child the next one.
I
Makes
mean,
sense.
yeah, that goes more into my, I don't know if that's good.
Grimkin Nightmare, terrifying member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. Dance and die and live forever. Silent voices shout and sing. Stand before the troop's dark heart. Burn away the Nightmare King. The Grim Troop.
God, they want you to kill Nightmare Grim.
It's so cool.
It's
Grim,
wild.
Master of the Grim Troop. Through dream I travel at lantern's call to consume the flames of a kingdom's fall. Grim. Very interesting.
So
we have another thing to read from him, which we'll do at the end of all this on our other file. So we'll read that in just a second.
So the implication is that the troop goes to fallen kingdoms and consumes the souls and light that were there, right?
I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily the case.
To consume the flames of a kingdom's fall, right?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like they go to fallen kingdoms and
something about fallen kingdoms births the scarlet flame, right? That red, you see the red dream symbols, right?
Yeah.
It's not normal dream. It's something different. Nightmare, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Feels like there's just not enough information. Even having done the Nightmare Grim ending.
Well, maybe we can read the Nightmare Grim thing.
Nail Masters Oro and Mato, brothers of the Nail, trained in combat by the great Nail Sage. Gods by toil and nail bound, brothers sworn to guard the weak. Masters of the sacred ground, help us find the God we seek. Prayer to the Masters.
Oh, that's the Hunter again.
It is Hunter again, which is interesting. Because we only fought these in Godhome. which we need to do more of once we finish the game.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some stuff in Godhome too, because we got these
True,
two in
right.
Godhome.
And there's 2 or 3 more challenges there.
Yeah.
All right. Wing mold, a fly-like construct formed of white shell and a dark liquid interior. The bugs of Hallownest believe that their king created this world and everything in it. For what purpose, I wonder? Were his subjects companions or toys or children? Such a mind seems unknowable.
Interesting.
Royal retainer, the most loyal and devout servants of the king. Simple, weak creatures find strength by forming a hive and obeying a ruler. Such creatures become the arms and teeth and claws of their monarch. Interesting. King's Mold. Guard construct of Hallownest's palace and skilled wielder of the curved claw blade. Its heavy white armor protects a fragile body. They say the old king died long ago, but his influence echoes around us still. A creature like that. What did he desire?
This does say construct, though. It is a guard construct.
Yeah, you're right. And this has the void in it as well.
Yeah.
How weird. Sibling. Fragment of a lingering will. Oh, man. Far down below us, beneath the kingdom, the air grows stiller and a sense of emptiness pervades. Can life flourish down there? If so, I will hunt it.
Please don't.
Void tendrils. We found this last part.
Yeah.
Fragments of void taking the shape of sharp, thrashing tendrils. The bugs of Hallownest sometimes wondered whether there were other, older, stranger kingdoms deep below them. Rather kind of funnily, whatever. What strange fancies they had. That's probably why they were always so distracted and easy to kill.
Probably tastes like licorice.
Oh god. Hornet. Skilled protector of Hallownest's ruins. Wields a needle and thread. I've seen this nimble little creature. I thought her prey and pounced at her, but with a flash she stabbed me with her flying stinger and darted away. Could she be a hunter?
Aw.
Hollow Knight.
Oh, hi, Hollow Knight.
Fully grown vessel, carrying the plague's heart within its body. The old king of Hallownest. He must have been desperate to save his crumbling little world. The sacrifices he imposed on others. All for nothing.
God, Hollow Knight's sad.
Hollow Knight sucks, dude.
Because we saw Hollow Knight as like a kid being walked away by the king, presumably.
Yep, to go start this duty.
Was it just immediate? Like, here's Hollow Knight, go into the corner.
Yeah. You go in that corner, stay in that corner. Where the dunce at?
Get implanted with evil seed.
Jeepers. Shade. Echo of a previous life. Defeated to retake its power and become whole. Each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die, a stain on this world, on the world. I don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives.
Dang, dude.
All right, let's go read the last 2 things from the other file just to see what we're missing.
Let's go.
All right, on our other file, we do have the readings of the maggot. Weakest member of the kingdom of Hallownest, generally looked down upon and forced to do menial labor. Interesting. Consisting mainly of sweet fat, these helpless creatures make excellent provisions for long journeys. Best roasted over open flame. If they try to bargain for their life, just ignore them. They have nothing to offer.
Oh.
We haven't killed this on our main file because, god damn it, why would I?
It's just a sad screaming baby crying over a corpse.
Jesus. And the last thing that we have should be right around here. Aha!
There you are.
Nightmare King, Twisted Spectre of Scarlet Flame. The expanse of dream in past was split. One realm now must stay apart. Darkest reaches, beating red. Terror of sleep, the nightmare's heart. Seer.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
The expansive dream and past was split. One realm now must stay apart. Darkest reaches, beating red. Terror of sleep, the nightmare. What?
That's the most cryptic one yet.
Yeah, the fact that it's by the seer. All these Grim, the Grim Troop, blah 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 blah. Seer?
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, that's a cool one.
That is cool.
Okay, one last thing I want to do before this part ends. I want to actually go see the hunter, see if there's anything that we get, or if we need all 150 whatever, so...
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
Yeah. Okay, last thing that we're going to do this part, we're going to come over here, see what the hunter has to say. See if there's anything that we get from all of this, or if we do need to 100% complete the hunter's journal, and I'm assuming we have to 100% it. Ah, your journal grows fat and full. Only those last few rare beasts remain left to stock. Search the kingdom's corners, complete the journal, earn your well-deserved reward.
Bitch is
Yay.
totally gonna attack us.
That's kind of what I think, right? I can't dream nail you. I will later.
Do you think there are a ghost in there?
I don't know. I
Because they're
have
kind
no
of
idea what to
floating a
expect.
little bit.
I had literally no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see once we do. God, what if all of this stuff is from the hunter too? All these like weird little teeth nail things.
Yeah, like if they all
yeah.
sink in and they're part of its body.
Oh my God! If it's just a giant mouth, hello.
That'd be pretty cool.
Great. Okay. All right. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you everyone who's watching this series and wanted to see our take on all the journal entries. I think what I'll do, just in case anybody happens to come in from the search results, once we finish the game and do 100% of all the creatures, I'll post an updated version of this video that includes everything
Yeah.
in the description, just so, you know, as an update version, if you want to see everything this game has to offer, just because I don't want anybody to be duped by, just in case they come in from the search results.
Yeah, for sure.
But to everyone else, thank you so much for watching. It's actually really cool getting all that bits of lore here in one video.
Oh, you know what's going to be even more cool?
What?
When we do all of the Zout things.
Wow. Oh, right. What do you mean all the Zout things? Which
All
Zout
of
things?
them.
Which Zout
We're going to
things?
do a whole video reading Zout's commandments.
No, please don't.
It's too late. I already spoke it.
Oh. See you then.
Bye, everyone.